This last paragraph here about this lady, if you think we have any champion. All right.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Hold on. The punchline didn't come here to laugh. The punchline in the last paragraph. Really powerful paragraph.
Mrs. Walker is an experienced management professional, highly result-oriented, with strong motivational coaching and negotiating skills. She has comprehensive knowledge, training and expertise in trade facilitation programs, risk management, voluntary compliance programs, intelligence, investigative techniques, enforcement operations, project management, operations management, communication and customer service delivery.
Yes.
Quite a lot.
Ladies and gentlemen, I ask you to welcome the CEO/Commissioner of the Jamaica Customs Agency, Mrs.
Wow. Thank you, Andre. You were placed on the spot right there. Stephen, thank you for staying. That was a very strategic move because you don't want to lose a customer. My friend Larry, what's up? Yes?
That's between
Good afternoon, again. Yes? And Mr. Buckner. But last year I was here, and again, this is the 17th, so it's annual customs seminar. And of course, I have to take the opportunity to introduce the customs team that is here today, starting with Mr. Kirk Benjamin, our acting deputy commissioner. Mrs. Selena Clark-Graham, our senior director of operations. Andre Williams is our chief information officer. Our senior director executive services, Mrs. Patricia Wiggum-Chambers. Our customer service manager, Natalie Cameron. And I'm not seeing Mr. Earl Stewart. Where is he? Oh, he's somewhere, okay, he's the director of planning. So that's the custom team that is here. Now,
I work down there sometimes.
and that is true. He's one that I would call this new term of influencer. He's very involved and he lobbies. But what I liked about Mr. Butler is that his heart is in the right place. All right, so, all right, may I come around? I don't want to hide me, eh? I want an opportunity to show off my shoes.
You want me to be the microphone stand?
All right, so for everyone that are present here today, I really appreciate you coming out because I know we're all busy people, right? But it's important that we be a part of this, and I am honored that you're here, and I'm sure that my friend Steve is also very appreciative of you being here. So the theme that we're here on is surrounding e-commerce, and that was well presented by Stephen. However, the Jamaica Customs Agency, who also plays a part, in a very small way, will just share a very small area that we play. But in terms of the 21st century and beyond, I thought it was relevant that we looked at customs in that light because we are always moving ahead as it relates to modernization. Hope I get this thing right. So, trade growth. from the JCA's perspective. And when we looked at it, we looked at taking it from, of course, our ASICUDA data. I'm not sure if you're able to see, but in the blue represents 2018, the yellow represents 2017. Sorry? No, 2016 is blue, 2017 is yellow. Boy, I don't know why they use green, you know, but 2018 is green.
No orange.
No orange there, so I'm balancing everything right. All right, so when we looked at the results showing in terms of the trade growth, it shows that there is some progress. You know, in 2018 though, you'll see that there's, in terms of the export declarations process, between 2016 and 2017, it's somewhat the same. 2018 now come to date, there's some movement which would say to me that, you know, it might surpass the previous year. As it relates to the value of the cargo, which is the graph below, you'll notice that there's a spike in 2017. And that is as a result of, may I say, some bauxite exportation during that period that caused that spike. And remember that that is value. Okay? Because when you look at the other graph, it speaks to the weight. And it is somewhat the same. We might say that for 2018, you will anticipate some growth there. On the import side, again, the import declaration for 2017, they're showing some growth relative to 2016. And in 2018, year to date, we anticipate, based on where it is at, that there will be greater processing of declaration there. As it relates to the CIF value, you know, there's also growth there between 2016 and 2017. And year to date, we anticipate also that we will be moving in the right direction. Also, as it relates to the net weight. So I'm just giving you that basic information to say to you that it is real. There is growth in trade, right? Now, as it relates to e-commerce in the trade arena, and coming from the United Nations Center for Trade and Development data, you know, they say that global e-commerce was estimated at 25 trillion in 2015 and up from 16 trillion in 2030, with 22.4 trillion for business-to-business trade and 2.9 trillion for business-to-consumer trade. Again, showing you again that there is some growth. UNTEL estimates that cross-border business-to-consumer e-commerce was worth about 189 billion in 2015. Of course, it's US dollars we're talking about, which corresponds to 7% of the total business to commerce, e-commerce. Now, driving it home, what is Jamaica's experience? And I'm talking about what the Jamaica Customs has to deal with as it relates to the shipment of e-commerce transactions. And I know my friend Rachel is here, and there's always some separation when we talk about e-commerce. Because we tend to talk about the DHL and FedEx, Mailpack, ShipMe, and all the others. But my friend Rachel will tell you that there is a separation. Because the DHL and the FedEx speaks to fast couriers. Right? So the Mailpack and others speaks to the online shipment. All right, so this is what we're making reference to. Now, in terms of import declaration for those e-commerce consignment, you will see that there is also growth. And Stephen made mention of that as well. And in 2017, we expect, based on where the data is, we anticipate growth as well. Of course, on the CIF side of it, there's growth. Now, we indicated that it is for packages or shipment greater than US $50. Why do you think we said that? Because that's the minimum value, right? So we don't want to concern ourselves with the minimum value. We want to concern ourselves with the amount that we can get some beauty from you, right? But based on what it says there, that import declaration increased by 38% over the 2 years, and CIF value increased by 99%. So thank you very much, you online shoppers. Yes? But moving along more on a macro level, and this is important to all of us, and it's how do we compare in trading across borders? Now, we are, in the overall trading across borders, we are 70 out of 190 countries. As it relates to the doing business report I'm talking, now as it relates to trading across border, based on the time to export, the cost to export, and of course transportation, we're not doing as well as we ought to. And so it requires significant work on our side. It's not just on customs, but all the players within the movement of cross-border goods. Of course, this information is coming from the World Bank Doing Business report. So, what is customs?